Hello. I'm a couple of minutes early. I'm a couple of minutes early because I can be. So it's happening. I'm starting to piece all my stuff together. I got the first one done. Let me go over here. I got the first one done. So I'm going to do these 20 by 20, but I haven't decided whether this is going to be 60 by 60 or 80 by 80 when it's done. So I have to sort that out. But anyway, or 60 or 70 by 80, I don't know, but it's an adventure quilt. So if I put 10-inch pieces, hey Barb, hey Laura, I started a couple of minutes early just because I can. So yeah, so if I once I get it done, I can add whatever I want, 5-inch blocks, 10-inch blocks. I can do whatever I want around the outsides to build it up to whatever size I want. So that might happen. That might happen. Anyway, yeah, I did the first one. I got all my pieces out. Took a quick look, realized I have enough to get started. Because by the time I finish up the last couple, I'm probably going to have to do a couple of custom sizes, which is super easy to do. So I'm doing purple on the front, purple thread on the front for the zigzag. But I'm just going to use, right now it's yellow. I'm just going to keep using up. I'm sure you guys, pardon me, are aware. I've got all these bobbins to use up I've got all these extra bobbins. So I'm going to do purple on the front and then work on using up a lot of these extra bobbins. So all I've got to do now, I'm not going to do this one yet. I think I'm going to do them all later. All I got to do now, which I'm very lucky to have a schmancy ruler. All I got to do now is lay out my schmancy ruler. That's got to be off by 1/2 inch. There we go. 1/2 inch. This ruler is 20.5 inches so that you can do your seam allowance. So now all I've got to do is cut up and over and then bind that. And this piece is done. I'm going to do all my binding last. So because the last time, on the last one, okay, for starters, there's no rules. So why tie myself down to anything? But on the last one, once I was all done, it would have been quicker. It would have been quicker and easier to do all of this stuff at the last minute. It would have been quicker and easier to do the binding stuff last. I don't have to, but ow! Went to the ER, extreme abdominal pain and a fever. They sent me home with abdominal pain. Did they not even do an x-ray? That's not okay. 101.8. Well, how's your stomach feeling? Like, where is it? Because, okay, wait a sec. Okay, so gallbladder's here, but apparently appendix is down here. If it's up in this area, it could be your gallbladder. Yeah, please tell me you're going in for follow-up to see what it is, because having a fever, abdominal pain and a fever is not a good combination. Anyway, but pancreatitis, that's not fun. We live, like with Bruno being a diabetic, we live in constant fear, but we've been very, apparently type 1 diabetes, apparently pancreatitis and diabetes go hand in hand. Him being a dog, if he gets into stuff he's never had an attack though, so we've been very lucky. So yeah, so this, all I'm doing is piecing it together, making sure I get a minimum of 20 by 20, and then whatever's over the limit, I'll trim off, bind, and I've got pieces like this that have been cut off from the previous one. So like if I need a piece to go in this corner, I can put it here, especially if I'm already going to cut it, or I can do like this one. I did that one was on it, and then that's where I cut it. So I just rebound the edge. So I can rebind these or do whatever I need to fill up my edges. I did. I just started the video. I started the video a few minutes ago. I'm just showing off. This is the first square done for the adventure quilt. I'm piecing. Okay, I'm piecing stuff together today, which is kind of. It's slow, but it's fast. It's slow, but it's fast in different ways. So I am not rushing today. We can chat. How dare you sew without us? Oh, please. So I'm not gonna. I've got to trim that and that back to get it to 20 by 20. Whatever's left over, I can just move forward to the next quilt. And I've got some pieces. Of course, they're not handy. I've got some pieces that I went ahead and did new binding on them to make sure they were going to fit. So I did a few more patches too that you guys haven't seen. Now I have to dig them all out. Let me dig out. Is one of them in here? I think it might be. No, when I stopped on my last video, that was the last piece that I did. I think I did that on the last video. I did a few more pieces over that one. That one's old. Look at this one. Look at this one that I did. Isn't that cool? This one was stupid easy. This is probably one of the easiest blocks I've ever made. I was super impressed with how it turned out. That one was super nice. And then this one I messed up. This one was meant to be bigger. This one was meant to be bigger, but when you're working with a super narrow angle like this, you have to really give yourself extra fabric to go high when the next one meets. So that one I did. That one you guys have seen. This is one that Barb will like. That's an older one. These are all older ones. Older. You guys have seen that one. That's just a basic blue. That one. I think I did that one on camera. Pretty sure. That one. Yeah, see, this is one. This is one. This is one. You see how the bottom is one fabric for the edging and the top is other fabrics? This is one that I trimmed. This was one that was sewn onto the edge of an older of a previous block, and I had to trim to get it out. So I just did rebinding on the outside. You guys saw that one. That one. Oh, it's a big one. No, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, today I'm hoping to get that one, and this one done. I'm hoping for 3 today. So those are priority pieces. Where is it? Ah, there it is. There's the bigger one that I did. Following this idea. But I didn't realize it. I did not realize that I'd already done one. She did not steal the fairy shrooms. I made her not steal them, which she was super awesome about. So I don't know where that one's going to go, but okay, this one's going to go in so I can make sure I'm going to try and make sure I don't have to cut that one. I don't want to cut that one. Anyway. Oh, that's where the other ones are. I think I have another one. Oh. I finished that one. So that one is, I can put these patches on whenever, wherever, and I don't have to worry about nothing. So she did not steal that one. I finished that one because once I have it done, if I have a section where there's some really plain stuff going together, I can just sew it on to sew it on. So that one there, I just finished and kept it round. There was one other one. It was probably just something like that didn't really matter. So I'm trying to keep my little, I don't know if you guys remember that I did a bunch of these. So these are patch pieces. These are patch pieces. These have to go in a slightly different pile. These are the unfinished ones. So those are, like I said, I can finish them if I need them because I don't care. The whole purpose here is to not care and just get scrap used up. So these are patches. That's a patch. That's small enough to be a patch. So I've got tons of patches. So my center holes are all fine. And I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start with this one because this is the dragon one. So an eye or a vagina. Thank you, Nat. You go sit with Jenny and Barb. Not that it matters, because I'd be thinking the same thing. That's kind of what I almost thought. It's like, it seems pretty sexual. Anyway, so today is chat. Okay, it's always chat. Today is the day where if I get nothing done, if I only manage to finish one. See, if I do this, if I want this to be somewhat centered, I don't know if you guys remember, and I have to darken the line anyway. If I had a marker, I've already marked. Yeah, you can kind of see it right here. I've put lines so that I can, as long as these lines are covered, I've marked the 20-inch going both ways. So as long as every line is covered, as long as every single line is along the line or covered, I know I've met my minimum. And what I'm trying to do, yeah, Jenny and Barb make great company, so it's not really punishment. Oh my God, no, those guys are the greatest. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to keep this side. I don't want to, okay, if I have to trim all four sides, I have to trim. Does the naughty corner get mimosas? That's probably why it's the naughty corner. I don't think a mimosa, isn't that champagne and orange juice? Oh, a Ninja slushy maker. If we had a big enough kitchen, like this whole place would have to be one big giant kitchen. If we had a big enough kitchen, we would have every fucking toy lined up. Anyway, I am trying somewhat to only have to cut on two sides. Just cause. So it's not the end of the world if I have to cut on more. It's not the end of the world if I have to do more cutting than that, but I'd like to avoid it because it's extra work and I'm lazy. So that one might look good there. So that might look good like that. Let's see if I got another one that's. See, this is a problem. This is a problem with a build your own puzzle, is because not everything's going to be. That one can go. No, that one doesn't fit up there. Yes, it does. That one fits up there if I bring this one down a little bit. If I end up cutting into this one, I don't care if I end up cutting into that one. You guys can't even see. I didn't even bring you guys there. As long as you guys can still hear okay. Anyway, this is today. This is what today is all about. For the most part, anything that I really like is going to have to go along an outside edge. Well, it doesn't have to, but it'll be easier. So that's like half an inch. Now, if I do that one, I'm going to lose that much of it. That'll be fine. This is the whole purpose of this, is to try and I've got enough big pieces. I've got enough big pieces for all the stuff that I need. Now, if I go like that, now if I'm going to use one of these pieces, like, okay, I've got it to here, right? Now, if I take this piece, this seems fucked up, but if I take this piece is only finished on two sides. The other two sides have been cut. So if I lay this piece like this, then I cut off a little bit of this. But I do have to make sure the center one's. I want to also try and fit in. I've got a lot of bigger pieces. Wait a second. Okay, if I put that there, if I start that, that's the one thing I've been finding, that I've been starting a lot of these in the corner. I can put this yellow one over there and do that and that. Oh, Linda's just in time. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting started. Peach guava. I don't know how I'm going to do this for you guys. I know seeing every last little thing isn't, oh, I love Bellinis. I love a Bellini. I love Bellinis, but I can't do the sugar anymore. So it's like, eh. Yeah, welcome to the shit show. Well, Sarah's still at work. That's okay. Okay. Ooh, that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. I could be making life easier on myself and being over at the big table. I know it. Nope. See, that's not quite big enough. That, I'm probably going to make sure that has, oh, that goes there. That goes there. Look at that. That is the same. That's the same height, right? Okay, this is perfect. Okay. So this one's finished on 3 sides. So if the 20-inch line is over the, oh, wait a second. That's not enough. That's not enough because I'm going to have that edge. Then I'm going to cut it there. This one needs to be narrower. Narrower. I need narrower. This is going to be fun. This is, if you have the pay, if you like jigsaw puzzles. That's the same width. This is a problem, is that it's really easy. It's really easy to get. Wait a second. What if? That's not going to fit, is it? No, see. Where's my 20-inch? That will fit. If that goes up, take these 3 out. It's okay. It's okay if some of them, this fits. This fits all by itself, and then that fits. It's okay if some of them only have 2 or 3 pieces. It is. It's totally okay. But that'll work. I want that one there. I want that one out a little bit so I can put that one there. Nope, this to be a little bit taller. Anyway, so how's everybody else's day going? I'm about to make myself completely crazy. That can go out the top. I'd like, see, this will be 1 piece. That will be 1 piece. That goes into there. Look at that. This one's done. This one can be done. I'm gonna have a small hole, and I've got small patches to fill it. There's my second piece. Second piece. Yeah, we're all talking fancy drinks. Still at work, but thankfully I work from home. That works out. Okay. Where'd it go? If I dug out one of these, because now I can use it as a piece. I don't know if this actually is a piecing foot, but this is part of the problem when you're self-taught. When you are self-taught, you just kind of get used to working with what you have and not really thinking about stuff. But on the other quilt, which I still love it. Lisa has it in the car, and she's like in love with it. So this is a 1/4-inch foot. What did I have that on for? Oh, I switched over to this 1/4-inch foot. The 1/4-inch foot stays where I can get to it. The good news is that these are just pop on, pop up puzzling places. Oh my God, I keep telling myself I need to sit down and play that again. It's like I need to hunt down Jenny and turn that game on. my shoulder started acting up, so I stopped playing, and then I just never got back to it, and I don't know why. I had a lot of fun with that game. So the trick, such as it is right now, is that I have to piece all this together. But if I let anything shift too much, I'm not pinning it. I don't need to. I'm just like marking. That meets at a straight line. So I'm just going to put these two on first. Make sure they're touching. This little thing has a guide. This little guy has a guide that goes between the two pieces. One thing that I was getting, because I don't iron these. I'm not ironing these. When I'm pushing them together, sometimes they're like crisscrossing and back again, which is fine. They're connecting together just fine. They're working together just fine. But okay, now that is going to be the outside. So I do need to backstitch. I don't care if they're matching perfect. The fuck did I just do? Jesus Christ. I was straight stitching. And that's just not going to work for this. It's okay. This is a nice part about having an adventure quilt too, is that if something's not going the way you want it to, you don't have to care. The back stitching on this is super, super slow unless you're already going forward. It's kind of a feature to help you prevent mistakes, I guess. So yeah, just zigzag it all together. Purple on the top, and whatever bobbin I happen to be on at the time is going to be the bobbin. I'm not crazy backstitching, but I am backstitching a little bit wherever they meet the ends. We used to keep a jigsaw puzzle going in the empty storage room at work from when we got stressed out, which was 27 times a day. That would, honestly, that sounds like a really smart thing to do. Okay. So that goes there, that one. Okay, these two I know I can put together. I don't know where if you guys have a preference on where you want the camera to be for your best view, by all means, let me know. Since I'm only using one, I can't, well, if I use a second camera, I have to bring over my computer, which means I lose all of my working space. This has been so much nicer because I wouldn't be able to do this on camera if I had my laptop over here getting in the way as well. Yeah, no, I like Puzzle Place. Puzzle Place is really cool. I did stop the subscription when I realized how long it had been since I'd last played, but I've got to easily have a couple of hundred puzzles on there right now. Okay, so that goes there. It was the same storage room I held Schitt's Creek Wednesday. I'd bring in my portable projector and we'd episode on big on the wall. Oh my God. See, I would love a job like that. I would absolutely love to have a job like that. So these two are sewn together. These two are sewn together. That lines up, so I can just grab these two and throw them on. You got to do it whichever way makes. You got to do it if you ever decide to take on this. You just got to sew it together in whatever style and pattern works for you. I find, honestly, and it changes. Whatever's the best. Whatever you think is going to be the most workable is what works. Something's not quite lining up. You just go angle to the left, angle to the right. I think I have another one of these that's transparent. I'm not necessarily in love with how you can't see anything up there. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick look and see if I have. I know I've got one of these. I think it's what I have one that's for making. What are they called? Why am I blanking? Oh my God, I'm blanking it. Yeah, I can't, I'm kind of having to go, okay, that's where that is. Okay. Then we put that one there. Now this one here. This one here can go either way because it's really big. Did I ever? I just left this one. I never top stitched it. I'm going to put a little line of, I'm going to put a little line of top stitching down the center. I don't have to worry about if this is perfect because if I don't like it, I can just go ahead. If something pops, I can cut it out, replace it, do whatever. But I'd really like it to be at least a little bit okay. I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm just going to do just enough down the center. There, little tiny line of purple. Okay. That doesn't go there. You come over here. I started putting my stuff away and it's still staying away. In December, I had showings of the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Charlie Brown's Christmas. I even decorated with the Grinch. Oh yeah, you know what? When the fun person leaves, when somebody who is like actually a joy to be around stops, it's kind of funny because you can work at a place and it's fine and everything's good and whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's just the fun is gone. The fun is gone. How far over this am I? Oh, not by much. Okay. This one I have to do one here and then one here. And depending on if I do this way, this one I have to be more careful. That I'm not letting things move. So I should be pinning. I should be pinning, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back over here because I'm going to pin it. I am going to pin it. It's a big piece and it's already shifted more than I thought I should. It's already shifted more than I thought it was going to. It's not the end of the world. Man, sometimes I wish I watched TV. Mostly I'm glad I don't. I've seen a few episodes of Schitt's Creek. That looked like a fun show. Okay, that goes there. All I need to do is make sure my first two pieces. Rooster on HBO. Isn't it weird? Like we went from being perpetually pissed about the lack of choices in our channels. So then they started putting together these packages that made life a lot easier. And then, okay, that's all coming off, so I don't need to worry about that. Oh, back to zigzag. That's okay. I didn't sew into what I needed yet. There. Take that out. Yeah, it's kind of funny and it's kind of sad that like I've had jobs, especially when you're living in Smallville, you get to see this up close in person, right? And I've had jobs where one person leaving just changes everything. All of a sudden, a fun job turns into a shitty job, or a shitty job turns into a fun job. And it's kind of funny. You can be doing the exact same thing, and it literally feels like you're working in two completely different buildings, I gotta trim that. I know I've probably got a piecing foot somewhere. There's a proper piecing foot that you can use, but apparently I'm not smart enough. Okay, get over there. Now I'm just going to skip that, go over here. And it's okay if things shift because nobody has to care. I am backstitching even on these interior spots because I don't want. Come on, this doesn't want to line up properly. So now it's like a trust exercise to make sure I get it lined up. So what's everybody doing this weekend? I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing yet. We're probably not doing much. Lisa's new laptop shows up Monday, which is her birthday. We've got. We do not have any super exciting birthday girl plans. We usually end up getting very spontaneous and end up doing way more. We do the same thing. It's like, oh well, we'll keep it low key, and then it's like, then we don't. My actual job wasn't fun. I was a compliance officer for commercial and retail lending. That's why I had to make the If you have a not fun job, that does make a difference. Okay. So I didn't quite get that square straight in the center. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Wait a second. Where is it? There it is. The edges did go off a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's getting covered up. Okay. This is what I'm liking about today. It doesn't, okay. This wobbling and stuff happens. It doesn't happen if you pin everything down and are super, super, super careful. I don't know if we're going for high tea or not. We haven't made the reservation yet, but there's no special events happening, so we can make the reservation whenever we want. So if you're incredibly bothered, see how that puffs up? It's because this is kind of wonky. If you're incredibly bothered by that, then lay it out and pin it properly, clip it, do whatever you need to do. The whole point of this is to not do any of that. What do I have? I don't know that I want to take away. I can put that one in there. I can put my black cat in there. We're probably gonna. I don't know. Actually, part of the problem is that the only really good high tea places that we know of, I don't know if that one would look good or not. Now let's put the kitty in. If I put the kitty in. I know, by the way, I never worry about whether these are a tiny bit wonky or not, because once it's washed and dried, it's going to do its own puffing thing. Yeah, these are all kind of plain, so I can do that. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I can put it on with this foot. Yeah, tea with mushrooms, just saying. Yeah, that's probably going to happen one of these days. We're not in a rush. Okay, straight stitching time. Okay. I can do all these after, but I want to make sure that I'm happy with, I want to make sure I do them as I go so that I'm happy with everything. So this is, I'm just straight stitching. I'm not doing anything super, I'm going to straight stitch this on. Then I will come back through here. You'll see. Technically, I should be pinning this down. Because if it shifts away from the hole, I'm screwed and I'm very close to the edge of the hole, but that's okay. I gotta get a glove on. I'm already starting to, where are my gloves? I literally had them out because I knew I wasn't going to last for long with that. Well, I got more. I don't need both of them on, but I just need to keep my dry old lady hands. I'm being really careful here because I ended up really close to the edge of the way I had to cut out to get the cat. I had to be really close to the edge. So I want to make sure I'm not screwing that up. So this makes piece number 2. Like I said, I'm just going to trim it off later and add. All I got to do is add binding the way I always add binding. Maybe I should do these 2 right away. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna. We want to go for high tea, but we don't want to have to go all the way into Vancouver for it. And there's places around here, but the places that we've found so far, they do a tea, but not a high tea. But there's also a place in Chilliwack that we found. I don't know if they do a high tea though. I don't know what we're gonna do. We usually, whenever we decide we're going for tea, we usually do it. We might go back. Okay. The tea place that we know, the tea place that we go to in Vancouver, we really enjoy. So we're probably just going to go there. But I don't know when we're going there. We might put off some of our birthday stuff until next weekend because that's when Lisa's vacation starts. And then we can go weekdays and during times of the day when it's not that busy. Okay. Sew the front. Flip it over. Because now I have to fill in that hole. I am not agonizing about loose threads. I'm just taking care of them. I'm just taking care of the necessary ones as I go, and otherwise I'm not bothering. So all I'm doing here is sewing along all those edges, all the pieces, so that there's no hole to go into. Why did that happen? Okay. I am backstitching. I am backstitching a little bit where everything crosses over, because I might as well. Come on, turn. Turn. Ugh. That's really thick there. It's really thick there, so I want to go over it more. I want to back up at both directions, not because I have to, but because it reinforces that spot. There we go. Doop. Ah, come on. There we go. Two down. Who did what? There's at least an Instagram PM, but help me remember to post the place the fan puts their member reading questions. Oh, just posted. Okay. Yeah. Barb, you've got an amazing memory. You remember all the things. There. Two done with a little kitty cat in the center, a little dragon. 2 done. And I only have to cut off 2 sides. Part of my problem is that I'm not sure what color I want to use for this. I don't know if I want to vary it. Every time. On the last one, I did most of these in black, which looked really cool. It did look really cool, and it did look really sharp. But this one, wow, this one's not bad. See, there's the backing in that piece. But most of these do have, this does seem to have a little bit of a darker color pattern. I don't know. I can do those later. Next. Nope, I don't want that one. Where are they? Oh, come on. This is what happens is as the mess starts building up, I'm going to toss these. Once they're done, I have to not muck with them anyway. So I'm going to toss those back into the original bucket. Okay. Yeah, a chunk of blanket board. And then like once I get those ones squared off, then I just zigzag them together. So I'm making 9 of these. Okay, I want My problem is that I really want a few of these to be centered. I want a few of these to be centered, and then I don't actually prioritize centering them. There, we're going to go there to there. We're going to go there to there, not worry about life. No, we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way and not worry about life. We're going to do it from there to there, because I can also turn these. Not everything. When I put these together, some of these are going to be upside right. Some of these are going to be upside down. Here's my glove. It's okay. It's okay. It can go live there. Some of these are going to be upside right. Some of these are going to, like, I mean, there you go. If I put these two back to back, that's facing that way, and that one can face that way. So far, I've been doing these as squares. Okay, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. That goes there, and we'll see if I can plug something into that hole. This is kind of like making a puzzle, except for you can't stick the puzzle. No, that is staying fully inside. And if anything matters to me, perfect. That's staying all the way inside. This piece is going to go like that. That's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. That comes out. Let's see. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. That's... Oh, that fits perfectly. It's okay with me if things are off a little bit, because I do not mind. It's like, if this is... I don't mind if things are off a little bit, because I will kind of do a little bit of a serpentine to make it fit. I don't want to do that. Some have to have lots of pieces. Some I know I'm pretty sure I do not have enough to do the whole thing. Let's see what we got going on over here. Okay, that fits. Wait a second. That fits. And oh my God, that is my 20 line exactly. That fits exactly. Whew, okay. That will fit if I trim it and finish the last two edges. Let's do that. I'm going to trim it and finish these last two edges. I don't think I got anything else that fits there, because if I do that, I gotta do that. That'll go no problem. Well, that one was kind of I wasn't too concerned about that one. That one was fine. So I just got to fill in that hole. I can leave that hole. I can't. Wait a second. Where'd I put all my shit? Can I? Oh, I can put that right there. Okay. This one, I only need one more piece, and then I can put this one together. And that's almost exact. Okay, but I don't want to do that. If I do that, well, that can fit. Okay, that will work. Or I finish that, and then I have a hole that big. It would look cool to have a white glove as a patch. I've got some brand new gloves. I could do that as a right there. Right there. I could sew it right there. I'm going to finish this one. Or see what I've got in this pile. I don't want to cover, there's a little tiny hummingbird right there. There's a little tiny hummingbird right there. If I use the, wait a second, it can be on the outside. There we go. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can leave the big hole and fill it in like that. It's going to go partway into the deer, but I don't see that as being a huge issue. Or I can just turn it. No, it's got to go partway into the big deer, though, because it's of the size of the hole. What do we think? I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I'm getting good angles for you guys, but I'm going to be cutting up here, so that one fits. Like I said, the other option, which is not a hard option to do, is I just finished this. This one tucks perfectly into that hole. So I do that, and then I can use, if I do that, then one of these little ones will look really good there. One of the smaller ones. I was going to use one of the smaller ones on the other one, but we were putting together all those yellows. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. There's my pen. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. It does not have to be perfect. But obviously I need to know where to cut. There we go. Yeah, the gray piece looks better. I think this one's going to look good. Probably near the end, or maybe like if I have another one with big pieces like that, it might make a good way to break it up. I'm going to finish this one. I've got to put some, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go over there to cut. I got to cut some fabric. Hi, Bruno. What's my puppy doing? Right there at my feet. Okay, buddy, where are you at? It's extra crowded when your dog lays down for a nap. Why did I bring that with me? I don't need to bring that with me. You're okay, baby. I'm just cutting a piece of fabric. You don't have to move. You can stay right where you are, monkey. Might as well cut 2 in case I need more for later. It's okay, Monkey Doodle. I'm right here. Go back and seat. You're fine. He's been low, high energy, high, low energy the last couple of days. He gets really clumsy. I don't know if you guys have seen him. I know some of you guys have been watching when he's stumbled. I can't. Oh, hey. Hello, Denise. How you doing? Where did I just put it? Oh my God. Oh my God. My brain does not work today. Now, Bruno's having a bit of a quiet day today, whether he wants to or not. I literally just, there it is. I put it down, then immediately put stuff on top of it. It's like, great. Okay. Fold it completely over. didn't want to go nowhere. What's catching? Oh, don't worry, nothing's happening. You know how you have that loose little tail when you start a stitch? Yeah, it was just kind of rolled up funny and caught. Okay, that one's done. I don't know why I grabbed these little scissors when I got a big pair sitting right there. A pegboard. Yeah, you know what? This is what I'm using. That's from IKEA. It's an IKEA pegboard, hangs up beautifully. That fits most spools. My only complaint is that it doesn't fit the bobbins, but for my bobbins, I don't know if you can see this, I just put the bobbin on a spool holder, hang that, and it's fine. And you can also get regular hooks. I don't know if they still carry this or not, though. I don't know if this is something that's still in stock. I've had this for a few years now, so. But yeah, I like my little IKEA pegboard. It's a lot cuter than basic pegboard. And I don't think it holds the exact same stuff as regular pegboard. I put my thing down and now I'm losing track again. Okay. Basically, if you take this and you wrap it all the way around like that, then when you pull it straight, it just automatically has a seam, has no visible seams. This works really well. This works really well for self-binding. Come on, you can do it. There we go. It works exceptionally well if you don't put the fabric on backwards. You see what we're doing? Yeah, if you can still get those at IKEA, they're really, really nice, and they look nice. If you have to, this is supposed to be our dining room because we're in a condo, right? So this looks kind of nice. It looks a lot less workshop-y. Not that it matters, because God knows the rest of this looks kind of workshop-y. Okay. La 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 la. This would be better. Come on, what's sticking? I don't care. I don't care if I end up cutting the fabric a little bit because I have a great big giant piece of it here and it's all scrapped. So I'm not agonizing about life too much right this second. There we go. We have not made a girly adventure quilt. I've got everything over there to start one. I'm going to have to for an adventure quilt. Okay. For an adventure quilt for girly, I'm going to have to be a little bit more intentional about it because I don't have as many girly colors. So yeah, so you do that. And then when you pull it straight, it goes like that automatically. I'll show you. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch seam, whatever seam makes sense to you. Okay, come on, you little shit. My machine hates this particular machine does not like sewing uphill very much. See? It's like, oh my God, Peggy, what did you do? Well, that's what I did. And then it folds over automatically. Oh, that's why it didn't catch all the way. Let's get the rest of that caught down. I don't know why it didn't catch. Bottom fabric must have shifted while I was fucking around with everything else. But it's okay. Yeah, those pegboards, they come with, well, what do they come with? Okay, let me just turn this around for a minute, okay? I don't know if you're going to get much of a look, but there's the pegboards. So they come with these. This, they come with this. And I'll tell you right now, wow, that was pretty bad. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I went like that and ended up snagging a piece of my fabric. Okay. So they come with these types, they come with this type of hook. And you can get them, I think they're either 5 or 10 packs. They come with this, which is, so you can hang your pattern. You can like, you know, say you got something that's paper that you need to hang up. Oh, they come with, do I have any of them sitting out in the open here? You can get these that are longer. You can get these that are longer. So they just literally hang on the peg, just like they hang just exactly like these, only they're really long for longer stuff. I don't, oh, you can't see it very well from there. I have a bunch of rulers that have holes in them, so I just keep them hung up there. They do not have a screaming ton of accessories, right? But this little guy, this one here, I got that on Etsy for like $10. There's plenty of people out there that are 3D printing. Plenty of people out there that are 3D printing accessories that go with that. Hooks that have spot. Oh, no. This is okay. What I do is I take a spool. Right. I just basically, this is a spool holder. You get these spool holders anywhere and they just pop right through, right? So what I do is I have knocked this one poor piece down 35 times now. Okay. My chair hates me because it's on carpet. I want a 3D printer, but I'll tell you right now, I'd make 3 things and be essentially done forever. It's like, those are so cool. And that's what would I do with it? Okay, so this hangs up. It goes into one and then the other, right? So then what I do is I put this on a spool holder, which they're a separate piece. And I just hang them like that. And then I just put that like that to keep everything together. That's how I do it, just because they don't really. Oh, wait. Those were separate. I got those for, I got these on Etsy. What happened to the good one? I had some other ones. Oh, there they are. Nope, that's different too. I got these on Etsy. So these, why do I not use these ones? Oh, I got these on Etsy. So you just go spool, then thread. I got this on Etsy and I forget which one's Etsy. This is Etsy. Why do I not? Oh, I don't use these ones because I just need too many of them. I like these. I like these ones. I got them on Etsy, but they come off. Why was I not using these ones? Because these are actually better. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not using those ones. Because they're better and the spool sits properly. I think I got both of those off Etsy. I had something that was like, I had something from Etsy that looked kind of like this, but I cannot remember. They did discontinue some of their accessories, and I know that. But I cannot, God, it's been so long, I cannot remember. I don't even remember why I stopped using these ones, because these ones are good. Do I just not have enough? I have tons. Let's just bring this over here. Yeah, these were the ones that I was initially using these. Well, if you get a pegboard, where are you in Canada? Anyway, now you can get all there's the basic accessories that they come with that you can get from IKEA. Tons of aftermarket stuff that you can get with and it's considering how expensive pegboards are. Pegboards and hooks and all that stuff, it's still cheaper to get. It's cheaper and it looks a little nicer to get it from IKEA. Come on, get down there. It's still a little nicer and little everything to get it from IKEA. And then just buy the extra parts extra. But that's me. That's okay. That's my opinion. It's not a rule you must follow. Okay, so that goes there. I just got to make sure I just been shoving everything out of the way. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. There's my 20-inch, so that's fine, and that's fine. I don't know why. So this one's breaking. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know why. Because yes, Etsy has all kinds of stuff, and most of them have at least one photo, so you can see. So it's like, oh, I buy this brand of I buy ABC brand of I buy this particular brand of thread. Just look for one that shows a photo of your thread, and you'll see how your thread will sit on. A difference in size of a millimeter can make a difference on what it can hold. But yeah, I think that it's a good system. So if you don't want it to look like you've stolen, if you don't want it to look like it's from your husband's workshop, then it's a nice system. Why am I sweat? Oh, that's why I'm wearing track pants. Why am I getting wetty? Okay, what am I doing here? Oh, I did put these on backwards. Okay. Why is that so big? That's only needs to be an inch. Do. Now I'm completely lost. Where was I? What was I doing? When I'm doing these and I use scrap, I just cut 2.5 inches so I can just FAFO and not worry about things, and then I trim it back to what I need for the twist. Get over there. Get over there. Okay, why am I doing it that? I just put it together backwards. I guess I'm sewing it on backwards. Don't worry, I'm not sewing it on backwards. Okay, why are you doing that? You little fucker. Ah, that's why. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, every now and again, this particular machine gets picky about. Okay, if your machine gets picky about sewing uphill, just stick something under it. Stick something under the back of the foot that will force the foot to be level. Because that works. Oh yes, quite. I'm quite happy to talk about sewing. It's the current, well, I guess it's not the current thing. It's the thing I've been doing for a long time now. I I've got a, there we go. Whoops. Upside right there. That goes like that. There we go. That goes there. That goes there. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I've got one. Lisa got me for Father's Day. I get Father's Day because she gets Mother's Day. I'm going to show you guys what I got. Okay, number one rule about doing a project like this: do whatever it takes to keep yourself from getting sucked in and taking it too intensely seriously, or you will agonize over every single little piece. Then you won't have a good time. We got this. Can I get, where's the camera? There. It's one of those, here it is from the back. It finishes up to be one of those little book things that goes into a slot on your bookshelf and looks like a book, but it's actually a tarot scene. So I got we got this. I wanted to try one of these. So I got it. She got it for me for Father's Day. So this here, the number one rule for this particular piece right now is do not get so, if I get overthinking, and that's true, that's like, okay, you guys already know it's true because I'm saying it. If you get overthinking how to place everything, then I will be here for hours just to do one. And it's like, that's not the point. The point is to have fun and just FAFO it together. So being willing to get up and move around and do things and yada, yada, yada makes you way less likely to FAFO yourself. Be right back. I need a drink. I don't know if I have any in that. I think that one's empty. Oh, blow my nose while I'm up. La 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 la. Oh, poor little Bruno. I don't know why I just said his name out loud. They are. I am looking forward to trying it. I am looking forward to it. So okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna put that together from that side. Or from that side. This is a tiny bit off, just fine. This is a tiny bit off, but that's absolutely okay. One of the things that makes this, I wish I had the other one up here, but then again, if I had the other one up here, I'd just spend all day showing off the other one again. But if two pieces don't quite meet up and you have to like wiggle and jiggle, yeah, exactly. It's like, no, I'm not saying that again. I am not doing that. Oops. This is my problem. See, this piece here only has the tiny, I don't know if you can see it, it only has a tiny hole through the center. So if I try to do a zigzag stitch, it'll go zig, break. It'll break them. Actually, okay, it should stop itself, but if it should stop itself, and you can get away with that a couple of times, but at some point or another, it's just going to go, nope, we're done. Oh, one more thing I was going to do. I'm going to see if I have a better one of this foot that I can just put on that has clear so I can see through it. Ooh! All right, happy coincidence. I don't know if you guys remember, I was showing you my chalk. This thing, the chalk thing, these are the refills. The refills are super tiny, but I think I'm going to invest, and I think I'm going to get some of that chalk that they use for chalk lines, those kind. I think I'm going to get some of that chalk and see if it works instead. I was looking through these for these, and they were in that. Okay, that's not one. Yeah, I'm going to be... I'm trying to dig through all sorts of accessories and shit. See, this is for making, this one here looks very similar, but this is for making, the fuck are they called? The fuck are they called? Why am I not remembering what it's called? But anyway, it's for making a specific thing. Unless I have a piecing foot in here, then I might try that. See, I've got another one, identical. Can't see through it. Not sure what this one is. This one's weird. I never did figure out what that one was for. Bias tape. Thank you, Jenny. Bias tape. I swear to God, Lisa and I both, that's a piecing foot. That's a piecing foot. I believe it's a piecing foot. That's the actual foot. Yes, it is. That is an actual piecing foot. Okay. So this little thing here has a little screw. And I don't know if I can make this make sense. You turn the little screw here, and that moves that, and you can go like... So you can make it like really wide, or you can bring it in and make it really narrow, and you can do it. So what I did was I moved this. I just used the screw to get this to the exact center, and I've been using it as a piecing foot. And I forget what this is, because this is not necessarily a piecing foot. This is like for getting if you want a very specific hem width. See, like you can go all the way out here. Whoops, that's coming right off. You can go all the way out, right up until the thing comes off the screw, and then you can set fairly narrow hems on that. But this, I believe, is my piecing foot. So I'm gonna switch over, because I will get a much better view. This is like earth-shattering information that you absolutely need. I will get a much better view of my work area using an actual piecing foot, which is why this matters to me. Okay. Okay, that can go. Because that little blade in the middle, that's just, you put one piece of fabric on each side of that little blade, throw it on zigzag, and off you go. Yeah, I can see a lot better. But yeah, if something has to wiggle and jiggle a little bit to fit, I don't care. All right, that one's done. drop this one back in here. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get it in and out, but if I leave it there and then lose it, I'm going to be even, the minute it hits the floor, it's going to take me 6 weeks. My feet are confusing. Oh, sewing feet. Yeah, you know what? They're really confusing. Sewing feet can be really confusing. And until you have a need for one, like, okay, like for me doing my bags, right? I used this one just for straight, regular sewing. And well, I've got a walking foot. That's all I used for 8 years. I'm still learning how to use some of these other feet. I don't mind that it's confusing. I've got the time to be confused. So there's that. Okay. Now I'm going to put these two on. Yeah, so I got a ton of, okay, why are you snagging? Something just made a sound like, hey, I'm snagging on something. Come take a look. Yeah. You can do this if you don't have a lot of stuff on your machine. No, I will say I do 99% of my sewing on regular feet. So whenever it comes time to start thinking about these kind of feet, I'm like, well, like I said, I was using, I don't know what that foot is officially for, but I've been using that one as a piecing foot. Or I guess, I don't know what this is called. This is not piecing. Basically, you just have a little guide in the center, and it can help you make sure that everything is properly lined up with the needle. Because when you're working on some of this stuff, even a small drift. What the hell is that? I've got something in here. It's probably just a thread that's hitting the lighting a little funny, but it looks transparent. Oh, it might be transparent thread. This particular piece here, I mean, I finished it, but this particular piece here was already those stitches were already in. They came from that stash that I got. So she was probably using Invisafill. Nothing wrong with Invisafill. I don't use it, but that's okay. I'm going to back up over that spot because I don't trust it. There we go. Yeah, I think this machine is going to be next. I should have, you know what I should do? If I were smart, if I had a brain, because what you do is you schedule your time to get your machine fixed. Okay, I'm gonna put these two together next. You schedule your appointment and then take your machine in. And if I was smart, what I would do is I would already have well, actually, I don't need to worry about it. If I was smart, I'm waiting for the Genomi's going in on the 20th. So if I was smart, I would already have the appointment for this one. So then I could take this one in like the 30th or something like that. But I've got one more Genomi one I can afford to wait, but you are absolutely correct, Jenny. No, actually, okay. The Fox blanket I did on my Genomi, and these feet do not fit the Genomi. This is 7 millimeters, and the Genomi is 9 millimeters, so these feet are too small. But yeah, if I had a foot like that, if I had a foot like this for my Genomi, but this is the one I should have used for the last one. Yeah, so this goes in my thing. It's that thing that was like, I got, back in the day, I got a cheap set of 30 feet. It's like that way, if here's the thing, I'm going to get a cheap set of 30 feet, which is, oh, that's going to be awesome. That's amazing. That's just stellar. That's great. This is wonderful. And then I just immediately put them away and forgot what they were all for. Okay, this one. This one's okay. But yeah, if I'd have remembered that if I had remembered that I had this, well, look at the other foot that I was using instead. So yeah, 2 blankets ago. I'm gonna find a way to blame it on you, so don't worry about it. But yeah, anyway. So what's everybody got in store for their weekend? Anybody doing anything awesomely good? Now wait a second. I am almost to here, and I know that that's going there. Okay, I'm gonna do a little back stitch there. Go forward. Do a little back stitch there. I'm just doing a little. I'm trying not to go too crazy on the back stitching, but I'm trying to do a little back stitch wherever these corners meet. Okay, I'm gonna one back stitch. I'm not agonizing about back stitch. I'm not agonizing about back stitching for that particular piece because I already know I'm cutting most of this off. Okay, so then I just go do. I like, when possible, I really prefer to have the smaller piece in this area. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe tonight I'll get out Puzzle Place because that was fun. Yeah, see, Barb understands Jenny's purpose in the group. It's like this, Jenny. I can't get away with always blaming the wife. So when I can't blame the wife, I blame Jenny. It's just, isn't that how it's supposed to go? Oh, fishing, painting, horseback riding. And still in the land of going through bins to find the rest of quilt pieces. Oh, that's the one nice thing though, is that quilting is just that thing you could do. Unless you are doing it for money, unless you're getting paid to do it, it's that. Whoa! For a second, I'm looking at my 20-inch line here, going, what went wrong? And it's like, because everything just got misaligned. Everything's. Wait a second, that goes that way. Okay. Don't worry, nothing's misaligned. I just let everything push that way a bit. So it's like, no, it is 20. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Just go. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm going to attach these two right now. I always try to attach where I know I just have to line up the outside and not think about it. Yeah, we're probably, I don't know what we're doing. Oh, Lisa's got member readings tomorrow. So I guess, not tomorrow, Saturday. Saturday is member readings. So we're not doing much on Saturday. Maybe every time she has member readings, we usually go out for someplace for dinner. So Saturday, because her birthday is coming up, we'll probably try and pick something nice. But by nice, we just usually end up at like the Keg or someplace simple. Yeah. Ooh, a big project for a haunted house. I have not been. I don't think I've never been to the kind of haunted house events like they do out here on the West Coast. Back in Ontario, Halloween is very much back in where I'm from in Ontario, Halloween is definitely all about the kids. So it's like, you know, little event, bobbing for apples and all that stuff. Yeah, he's supposed to hang out with friends with deaf. Just make sure you get your question in. Make sure you get your question in, and then just check the order in which your question appeared, and that will give you information on how to jump through to get to your reading. I don't know. I think you get better readings if you're okay. I think because I have opinions on everything in life. I always feel like I get it whenever I'm getting a reading. If I leave a question, blah blah blah. Whenever I've been in that situation to get a reading, I've always felt like I get better results if I'm actually there to get it live. Okay, that one can go there. Yeah, this one's lining. This one, I'm liking this one a lot better. Simply must be there to approve the dirty words. I'm pretty sure Barb is also there. Barb lives to approve the dirty words. So, and honestly, don't forget, guys, my purpose in this whole, I usually just mind my business and do my own thing, but I'm always like, Lisa can come and get me at 10:05. I need you to moderate, and I'm up. I enjoy the luxury of being able to be lazy, but I will, if anything ever happens, Lisa will always be covered. And I'm a fucking asshole, so. So it works out well. Yeah. See, like Barb said, it's mostly Barb that says the bad stuff, and her words automatically get approved, so. It's fine. Okay, this is number 3, and I only need 9. Okay, I'm going to leave these 2 alone for a second. There is no rule to how this sort of stuff has to be put together. Wait a second. Yeah, there's no rule to how this stuff has to be put together, but I find if I take a quick look first, because I want to make it as easy on myself. I can pin everything. I can do it that way, but I'm lazy and I don't like pinning. So this just lets me be able to do it. Pardon me. Yeah, you guys swear. I'll just sit here and belch. This lets me do it in a way that this lets me do it in a way that I'm lining up everything so that the small side is what goes through the center, is what goes on this side. There we go. That one's done. Now, I know I don't really have to. I already know what's going in here next. That one's going in, then that one's going in, and then that's connecting to that. I'm saying it, I'm not showing it. I already know what's going in next, but I always, because this is already a FAFO project, it's like I might as well double check. I might as well double check before I start throwing things down. So I'm going to go this one first, then this one. No, I'm going to go, yeah. I'm going to go down here, then here. Then I'll just line this one up by hand. Nah, fuck it. I'll do a trust fall here. We're fine. This one's easier to just trust that it's going to go where you want it because it's a smaller piece. It's a small enough piece that I can just kind of wiggle it by hand. Oh, I typically paint throughout the Lisa Live when possible and going through bins, but tomorrow hubby's off. So my daughter and her couple of friends were fishing. Sun for Horse Care. Is that a place? Okay, be careful how you answer, Barb. She just wants to know if you do nudes. Anyway. I know I'm cutting most of this off, but it might as well be lined up properly from the get-go. There we go. So loose. So there it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We don't do a lot anymore. There's not. It's kind of funny. There's plenty to do around here, but it's so fucking expensive. That was dumb. Okay, because I gotta turn. Well, I don't have to turn it, but now if I want to turn this one, like I said, then everything goes through here. But it's already connected, so I guess I don't have to care. Yeah, I'm liking this too because it's actually. I was pointing this out on the last time that sometimes they kind of overlap a little bit. Yeah, I hermit, but horse and fish and painting on collection. And yeah, did nudes back in the day at art school. Have stories. Oh, and no doubt you have stories. I don't mind pushing all the extras through here, but it's a lot easier if you don't have to. And this one I already know goes like this, so I'm just going to keep going. Okay. Why, that looks like a square. That's got to be right. That looks like a square. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I think anybody who would, okay, no, you know what? I mean, there's people that are really, really comfortable and just don't care. There's broke students that just need the money. Then there's the nervous guy that gets an awkward hard on. So there we go. I'm going to have to put, well, I don't have to. Come on, what'd you do? There we go. I know I'm cutting a big chunk of this off, but I don't want it to be fraying. I don't want to fray it loose. I don't want it to fray and open back up before I'm ready to do that. Okay. Okay, that one turned out okay. On these ones here, I just did them. I just sewed them, then flipped them. But when you flip them, you end up with more rounding at the corners. So I had to check. I almost thought I was going to have to put a little. I'm going to have to put a little piece of something over that one. There is the tiniest hole right there, and I'm going to have to cover it up. So I'm either going to have to use something fairly big. Where's my stuff? I don't want to waste this one. I can add this later anytime. I don't want to waste this one, but I've got this hole here. You guys can't see it. I've got this hole here, but this is curved. And I knew it was curved. It's curved here too. That curve here is leaving a hole that's a little tiny bit. It's not much. It's not much. It's like, it's a very tiny hole, but very tiny holes like that is where things snag. So I'm going to put that one over here. cover that. I thought I had a bigger one. Yeah, nothing I have in this size stuff is gonna fit. Nope. See, I'm kind of looking if there was a way for me to put something down. I'm gonna put a super tiny. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna put a super tiny crow here. I'm gonna put a tiny crow here. I don't know how to describe this hole. It is so tiny. It's right there. It's right there. Is that the right one? Yeah, it's right there, but it's super tiny. But if anything snags into it, it's going to rip out that whole corner like in one step. This guy's a little fatter. If I put this cat here, and then this guy goes here, I got two. Yeah, but I don't want peak. Well, I was actually thinking about leaving some of these holes. Yeah, well, I don't want to. Okay, I don't think I have enough. I do not think I have enough to do. I need 9 pieces. These are all 20 by. These are going to be 20 by 20 when they're done. These pieces here. I did just for stuff like this. So if I put that there, but this is going to have to go straight. That's going to have to go straight on, and it's not going to cover the hole all the way. This will barely, okay, that's okay if it barely, okay. It does not have to fit perfectly over the hole. I do not think I want to cut a big piece. Yeah, I was thinking about these holes. I was thinking about leaving these tiny holes and just letting it be part of the design. My problem is that this one here is practically microscopic. It's a super tiny hole. I can also just come back over it. You know what? I'm just gonna sew it down for now, and I'll think about it. I thought I was going to be able to use one of these, but I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I can use this if I zigzag it on, but I can make this. I can make this fit. I can make that fit. So I'm going to make that fit, but I am going to use slightly. Is that bigger? That's slightly bigger overall. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one and do this while I'm thinking about that. I can just do some zigzagging. Yeah, it's going to be a little. Yeah, the cat or the, basically it's the cat or the owl. They're from the same fabric collection, so. I think the cat hovering over the hummingbird, that might look better, but. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start here because this one here is barely going to catch. I trust myself because if I don't like it, I can put another piece over top of that. I'm overthinking the way this section met up. Honestly, it's in my house. Unless I change my mind, I think I'm keeping this one for me. The other one lives in the car. The other one belongs to Bruno. So I think. I don't know if I want to sew on something that tiny. Anyway, let's just get this. Can I just use that? Why, yes, I can. If I do this and center it. Now, I do need to change the foot. I was hoping not to change the foot because I'm fucking lazy. But once this is on, what did I do? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where'd the other foot go? It was still on the machine. Yeah, so Saturday is tarot day. And I gotta think of some place. Well, we get lazy about thinking about what we want to do, so we always end up at the keg. We like the keg, so there's no complaints about the keg itself, but we always end up at the keg. Okay, now I'm gonna have to be really careful how I do this one, because if I miss, I don't care. I started with the flattest piece so that I can just stay. I started with the flattest piece so that I can line it up right along the one edge so that I know the other edge. Even though this is, I'll have to do something about that in a second. Look, I missed in 2 spots. It's okay. It's okay if I have to backstitch. Okay. I thought I was going to have to like fight with this because that's where the hole is. I never did the holes because I didn't want to, with these. Yeah, this is too much. This is too much of a hole. This is too much of a hole. I can get the tip of my tweet. I can't have, okay, I can have a hole that big and not worry about life. But if I leave it and something snags that hole, it won't just be minor popping a stitch. That's my problem. It won't just be popping a stitch. It will rip and then start fraying to shit. I'm going to put the little birdie on there. It's not going to hurt anything. My hand is just sliding. My hands are super dry. Yeah. It could be the owl. I'm saving. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should just. I don't know how I would mark it. I'm overthinking it because, you know what? I'm overthinking it because when I was using these pieces on the other quilt, I didn't have this problem. So I don't know why it happened this time. I think that's probably triggering more of the overthinking than any actual need to do anything about it. There we go. And if I did this right, and I'm pretty sure I did, I've only got to go over 2 little spots. You have to turn it around and go over these because then you have little spots to snag. No, drinking age in Ontario is 19. This little Roger, like Ontario, and go drinking at 18 in Niagara. Yeah, I had to wait till 19 because that's when they changed it. So you must be like, what, 2 years older than me? 3? Mind you, as long as you were 18, they didn't give a shit. As long as you were at least 18, they can just go, oh, well, you know, I misread her birth certificate. Come on, get around that corner, you. If you do the thing, because I'm doing it right now, you're supposed to lift your foot to turn your fabric. Oh, okay. So you got away with it. I was 1964. If you turn your fabric without lifting your foot, everything's going to do a little twist in here, right? Nothing wrong with that. You're fine. You won't break anything. But before you start sewing again, you do have to remember to lift it and put it back down. Because if not, everything's going to be all mangled up in a ball. And then you're going to risk breaking a needle. There we go. Why am I taking it up from there? Perfect. One more done. Oh, that worked out really well. There we go. That one's done, except for that little, yeah, it's too big. I forget. Now I'm busting I'm killing myself going, how did I get around that last time? I must have like just really pushed it into it. Oh, that's what I did. I pushed it in and then sewed around the corner, and I went straight, then straight, and left that corner exposed instead of just like pushing it in. Remember I was saying push little things, little twists and turns. I didn't do that. Good news is I can put my scissors away. I don't need those big ones out. Come on, you stay back here. So now I've got 3 done. That's 1 row. That's 1 row. That's a third of it is done. There we go. And because of what this is, all I've got to do is cover that hole. I don't have to do anything else with it. Oh, wait. Okay, all I'm doing is covering a little tiny hole, right? So you see that? There's a little wheel spoke right there. I'm just going to put the wheel spoke over the hole. I'm going to put the wheel spoke over the hole, and I'm also putting it, this is going to be a square blanket when it's done. So because it's going to be a square blanket, I literally want, because it's going to be, why is that not? Okay. You lift your foot and it's up, right? But when it comes to thick stuff like that, if you push up, it'll go a little higher on most machines. Okay, anyway. If I line up that little spoke right there, then I can, because I still want the hole. If anything, if a stitch tears loose or something, I still want to be able to have that hole be secure, right? There, little tiny stitch. Doesn't need to be a lot. I've got more of this maybe that's what I should do. I've got more of this fabric here, and I've got some in white, I believe. Yeah, the next one I do, I'm gonna have to do the pink one. I'm not gonna be able to hide it from Lisa, so she'll have to be. We will have to allow her to be part of the process. But I think my next one's going to be the girly one, because Lisa does want one of these for herself. Did it go off? I think it went off. I'm trying so hard to stay near the edge. That's what I want. I just came off of the thing for a couple of stitches, so I just gotta. There we go. That's the problem, is this goes slow. I think I do. I think, you know what? What time is it now? It's 4:42. Lisa's going to be home any minute now. So I'm going to be shutting down in a couple minutes anyway. So I'll finish this. That gives me 3 done. 3 done. So I did good today. 3, well, 1 was already done and then 2 more. Okay, what's going on? If you I missed that hole, don't need to pick up the foot part on the turn. Okay, basically what I'm saying is if you turn and don't pick up the foot, you won't break anything. So you should lift the foot, right? And then make your turn. If for some reason you forget, if for some reason you forget to lift the foot when you make your turn, you won't break anything. But if you go back, as a matter of fact, I do have to go back. So let's just do it. I miss it. This is such a tiny piece, and I'm trying to say I am like within a 16th inch of the edge, which is why I'm having to go back. But if you do your turn and forget to lift your foot up, it will like, the fabric will twist. You're still okay. You do not have to undo it and do it again. If that happens, but if you'll notice, everything has been pushed and pulled. So before you start, just lift the foot and let your fabric relax back into place and then continue. And I am really bad for forgetting. There we go. I'm really bad for remembering to lift my foot, or sometimes just accidentally hitting it. I'm all about my knee lift. So this is me slumming it in a lot of ways. My other machine has a knee lift. And now that I'm just getting the hang of not using it, I'll be going back to having my knee lift back. I don't know, actually. I like how this one does the zigzags better. Okay. There's that one. There's that one. Yeah, it's just one of those. It's one of those pro tip moments because no, it's like make sure. Okay, and yes, make sure you lift your foot before you turn a corner, right? But if you end up not lifting your foot, just stop, lift your foot, give it a little wiggle. Everything will pop back into place. And then keep going. Finish making your turn. Finish doing whatever it is that you're going to do. So that one's done. This one's done. There's the back. And I'll tell you right now, the backs are looking just as good as the front. The back is just a matter of, there's going to be a lot of little threads to snip. My machine. Well, you have one top thread, one starter thread at the very, very top, but everything else comes to the back on this machine. My other one sometimes leaves the thread on the top. My Janome does. So yeah, so I'm not agonizing about making this perfectly because thread is just a finer, tighter. It's the same materials. Yeah, I love the different colors. I love how it's turning out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. This one's so far, this one's turning out to be darker. That's fine. So all I've got to do now, I will do these one at a time, but I get out my big ruler, I line it up against I've got 2 straight edges, so I'll line it up, I'll cut it to 20 inches, I'll put the border back on, I'll put the binding back on here and here, do that for all 3 of them, and then I can I can have my first row done. But I'm not going to do that today. So what I've got right now, let me actually pick my shit up, because if I don't, I'm going to make a bigger mess than I've already got. I don't need to put anything away. I just need to clear the table. And I'll show you what I've got so far for Lisa. And this actually, it's a good chance. I've got a big mess and most of it's on the floor now. Okay, I've definitely got more than enough. We'll do that. I've definitely got more than enough. Yeah, so I'm just going to repeat myself 1,005 times. Okay, I'm thinking that these, so this is an orange. I'm going to state the color just in case the camera, no, my camera's picking it up. Okay, so this is all the same design. Okay, that's a green, that's a blue, purple. This is a different shade of green. And this is also, these three greens are not, I don't know if these two might look identical, but they're different. And then there's that one. So I've got greens, pale blue, purple. I thought these, I believe these are all, I believe these are all fat quarters. So I think these might go good on the back. I think these will go nice on the back. They're all similar. Now, it's not enough to do the entire thing. There's like a fat quarter, a fat, yeah, 20 by 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this won't be enough for everything, but I think it'll help make the, because part of it is to make the back look good, right? Now I've got white. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 different colors. I've got 6 different colors of pink and 1 peach thread. So for thread, I don't have a problem. Oh, when my son moved out, I've turned it into a sewing room, but not quite finished. So hopefully soon. I'll tell you right now, if we weren't sleeping in different beds, so stuff, I've got that. I've got smaller pieces like this, which will be nice to show up onesie twosies. Like this is the only piece of this that I've got. And it would look just really cute to do a nice rando. I still want to do rando blocks and rando stuff. So that is, so I've got tons of that stuff. This was from a collection. This is from a correct collection. Rainbow, unicorn, different, is it the same? Oh, these are the same unicorns. Different rainbows, different unicorn. Oh, these are the same. So rainbows and unicorns for sure. But I'm not gonna, like, if I do this one, if I do this, if I use this one, sorry, there we go. Some of this stuff I've been pretty careful, some of this stuff I've been pretty good at. Yeah, so far, and Lisa, okay, Lisa knows about this quilt because I'm just not going to, for me to hide it from her, I'm going to be spending more of my time hiding it than I am working on it. So she knows about it, right? So pinks, there are, well, pink, purple. This is blue, but it's not boy blue. It's blue for the sky because it's clouds and rainbows. So that one, so this might either be good on the back, or if I use them on the back is going to be random, just like it is for mine. I'll have to sneak in a dragon somewhere. Exactly. Now I saved a little bit, just a bit of stuff like this, because if you throw okay, like if I make a block that looks like this, right? That looks like this. Then you've got your little girly elephants. Then you've got the pink. Then you've got this, and a little bit of this now and again will really play into the randomness. So I saved a piece of that. So these are all small pieces, though. As far as I remember, this is the only piece of this I have. So this is just going to show up as a little, right? That's what I'm doing for mine. That's what I'm doing for mine. I've got stuff in here. I saved a piece of this, which again, it's a very boy color, but seeing it in one spot. Okay, you guys have seen how this is working out this is my second adventure quilt, and you guys have seen how that's worked out. So she's going to know about it, but she's not going to get as much say. And then I've got, again, little odds and ends. Some of this stuff I probably won't use. There's some balloons. I probably won't use that. That's too dark and too boy. And I probably, I think this one's hilarious, but it's probably not going to make it into her quilt. But I did set it aside. More of the pink stuff, little green trees. Okay, so some of the yellows, a little bit of pineapples. Now this one here doesn't seem like it, but she is in love with this one. This is and I've got 2 of them. I've got 2 panels for this stuff. Okay, this is half, and then it unfolds. Like I said, I've got two of these, so Bruno, dush, dush, dush. So yeah, so we've got that. So I am debating on taking this big guy. This is a 40 by 40. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was debating on, Dush. Gotta wait, not yet. I was debating on taking this guy and actually cutting it into 4 and then having 1/4 of it in each corner. Because this is 40 by 40, so this would make a 20 by 20 inch piece. If I had one of these in each corner, then that would look really good. And I've got 2 of them, so I don't have to agonize about messing one up, but I haven't decided yet. I have not decided, because this would be really, like I said, this would be cool if it was the center and then everything. But I think if this was the center, everything else living around it might actually look kind of strange. But if this was the 4 corners, but I have not decided yet. I mean, I want it to look like a random FAFO, but I don't want it to look like a mess. Does that make sense? I don't know how to make that. I can't make it make sense. So I've got plenty of pink, light purple. This is more of that same pink. Okay, so we've got, so that is, well, come here then. Come here. Come here. Are you all done? You saying hi? You got yogurt in your fur. Why do you have yogurt in your fur? Come here. You want up? He heard a noise. Pretty sure. Gotcha. Okay, Bruno's gonna help. You know what? I'll tell you right now. This is one of the biggest advantages. This is one of the biggest, most massive advantages. That's kind of a dragon vibe. I've got another one in the bedroom in blue. So I don't know. So I've got colors like this. And again, I'm not sure whether I'm going to use those unicorn pieces on the front or the back, because I've also got this. Another glove. My glove's over there. Okay. Hi. Are you being a monster? Yes, you are. Look at him. He's like, I've got what yeah, this. And I'm trying to remember, but I think I've got a whole bunch more of this one. So this is all about the random. Basically, I've just kept a whole bunch of random pieces so I can make those random blocks. Like, wouldn't that look good? Wouldn't that look good tucked in there somewhere? These are just random pieces I've come across. I don't know if this one, this has got the girly colors. I don't know if it would, well, okay, it would work. It would work. If I'm not 100%, if I don't think it'll work, I just use a little bit of it instead of a lot, because it's going to be very, very like, now I showed Lisa this one and she's not sure. I don't have a ton of this one, but she's not sure what she thinks of this one. She's not sure what she thinks of this one. And I've got 2 chunks of it. I've also got that little doggy bones. So this is a whole lot of more of the pineapples. This is a whole lot of stuff. This one here might be really nice. It'll be a nice pop. It'll be a nice pop of bright colors. And her grandmother used to collect Betty Boop. So yeah, I've got a ton. I can sew the dog into it. He'd probably like it. Did you see how he just laid down? He stopped barking. Yeah, rainbow cheerful colors. Something like that. Okay, there has to be a few things that do not fit. So I don't know what that's going to look like. Sunbathing girls on the beach. Just some really nice, pretty. Okay, so that. Oh, glamour shop, flash, snap. So I think if I cut this one, this is obviously a photography reference. If I cut it out right, this is, oh, I don't think I'm going to use that one. It would be like one of the only metallics in the whole thing. Hi, you got hair stuck, a thread stuck to your nose. Are you okay? He's got little bits of yogurt stuck to his head because somebody gave him the last of her yogurt this morning. She's been getting the big tubs of yogurt and then just puts a little bit in No, I did not keep the boob fabric because no, wait, I might have it. I got to go look now. I'm not sure if I still have it. Did a couple of smaller projects. Now, this is the Alice in Wonderland fabric. So tons of pink right there. This one here, you guys remember me saying that our neighbor's having a kid, right? They're having a baby and it's going to be a girl. So and of course, look how much of this we got. We've got a ton of Hello Kitty, which Lisa would absolutely love to see in a blanket. We're still debating because our neighbors are having a girl, and I think before I start on this blanket, I think I'm going to do a 30 by 30. Nothing fancy. I think I'm going to do a 30 by 30 blanket for the neighbor's baby because they're having a girl. And I think I'm going to do that first because we're still debating. Because we also have this all in pink, that in pink. Look at that. That one's adorable. Wait a second. There's two of these. Okay, there's this one. It's upside down. Of course it's upside down. There we go. There's this one. And then there's this one. Are you better now? You okay? Do you need a pillow? There's a pillow for Bruno. Look your head there. You going sleepies? Is it time for good nights? So then we also have this one. This one here will be a nice little one-off. And this one. This one here I think that will go into any feminine quilt. Yeah, the cat one looks adorable. The cat one is adorable. But I think what we're going to end up doing, I'm actually thinking that this is the one that we're going to use for the neighbor's baby. And then just have a well, you can match any of the colors. I'm not doing a whole lot of stuff on the neighbor's one. Probably. Oh yeah. I said probably that I looked and saw who asked me about the PARK. I think he's getting ready to take a nap though. I think he's thinking about, why is that going that way? Oh, because that's in the way. No, stay. I'm not done yet. There we go. Little monster. Not sure what he wants. There you go, baby. You gonna go have a nap? 506. Did you know he's got yogurt in his hair? I was just showing off the fabrics that we've currently got set aside for the pink quilt. Okay. Night-night. Time for good night. He's like, you're an asshole. Yeah, cottage cheese. Well, that's even, no wonder it was more chunky than usual. Anyway, what time is it now? 5:03. I have 3 minutes to get him. Aw, look at you looking so. Don't stare at me. He's just staring at me because I'm making, you know what he's doing? He's staring at me. He's listening he's waiting for me to say the right word so he can decide. Yeah. He probably is too. He doesn't care. Anyway, I was just showing off some of the fabrics that we're going to use for your girly quilt. Yeah. See, look at Jenny telling us to get all. Look at. She's just ever so politely telling us all to get the fuck out. But anyway, I do have to get the fuck out because I have to be downstairs in a couple. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go to the park? Do you want to go park? Want to go car ride? Go car ride, go outside, go park. He knows. He knows, but he doesn't want to get up because it's comfortable. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going. Yes, it does take me a while, Jenny. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, you're getting sleepy. He's totally cut. Look at him. He's totally covered up here. He's got a little pillow here, a little pillow. Anyway, this is good. This is the starter stash that we're going to be using to, once we know for sure, doing the quilt for the neighbors. I am not going to do any piecing and stuff like that, because when it comes to doing stuff for babies, you want it to be as you know, the last thing you want is for something to come loose and them to get their little fingers caught or stuff like that. So I'm just going to do one single piece for the top, one single piece for the bottom. I'll probably do it like 35 inches by 35 inches. And then that gives them a nice little blanket. That gives them a nice little blanket, and it's an easy project. It's an easy project I can do in an afternoon using fabric I already have. I'll probably back it. I'll probably do it on this pink. Are you ready to go outside? You ready to go potty? You want to go potty? Yeah? You got to come up. Do you want up? Look at me. He still doesn't want to get off the desk. Do you want up? Okay, guys, I'm going to go because he's just waiting for me to be his servant and pick him up. So I'm going to get going. Lisa's probably already downstairs swearing because I'm taking too long. So I'm going to get going. You guys have a great day, a great weekend, a great all the things, and I will see you soon. Bye.